Portugal didn't cut emissions early, but now they're dropping fast. For years, emissions were rising. As the economy grew, so did energy use. By the mid-2000s, emissions reached their peak. Then something changed. Since then, emissions have fallen significantly. And a big part of that story starts with electricity. Let's look at how Portugal produces its power. In 2015, fossil fuels still played a major role. Coal alone made up 28.8% of electricity. Gas added another 20.6%. Renewables were growing, but still limited in some areas. Solar was just 1.6%. Wind was already significant at 22.7%. Hydropower stood at 16.9%. Now look at 2025. Coal is gone, completely. Gas has declined to 16.4%, and renewables have expanded strongly. Solar jumped to 17.3%. Wind grew to 26.7%. Hydropower reached 29.7%. Today, clean electricity dominates the system. This shift matters, because clean electricity makes it easier to reduce emissions in other sectors. And we can already see that happening in transport. Let's look at car sales. In 2019, almost all new cars were still petrol or diesel. Petrol alone had 49.5%. Diesel was close behind at 39.7%. Electric cars were still a niche. Battery electric vehicles were just 5.4%. Hybrid vehicles were also a small share. Now look at 2025. The market has transformed. Petrol dropped to 24.5%. Diesel collapsed to just 5.8%. At the same time, electrified vehicles surged. Battery electric cars reached 23.2%. Simple hybrids grew to 22.3%. Plug-in hybrids reached 15.2%. This is a massive shift in just a few years. This is how transitions happen. Slow at first, then suddenly much faster. The third piece is buildings. This is the hardest sector to change. Most buildings in Portugal are still inefficient, and deep renovations are still rare. Heat pumps are also still a small share. There are around 277,000 heat pumps installed, but millions of homes still rely on fossil fuels. However, progress is starting. Heat pump sales are increasing, and policies are supporting the shift. Portugal offers strong subsidies for renovations. In some cases, up to 85% of costs are covered. There is also a reduced VAT rate of 6% for energy-efficient technologies. This makes clean heating more affordable. Heating is slowly moving from fossil fuels to electricity. And because electricity is getting cleaner, this shift has a growing impact. It is slower than electricity or transport, but it is moving in the right direction. A clear picture emerges. Portugal did not lead early, but it transformed its electricity system. It is now rapidly shifting transport, and it is beginning to tackle buildings. And that is why emissions are falling. Portugal turned the curve. Thank you very much for watching. If you have found this update encouraging, please consider subscribing. The more subscribers this channel gets, the more we can reach and encourage those who are suffering from climate anxiety.